Hey guys, Professor O'Kane here, and if you're familiar with my channel, you've seen my interview with Antoine Boyer, or for you Yanks, Boyer. You don't have to say it like that actually. If you've seen my interview with Antoine, I'm sure you've got a ton out of it. Well, Antoine and his wife Yeore Kim have put together an album that I just had to do that. The name of the record is Tangram, and it's incredible. For the longest time, I've been looking for new music that really hits right here. I think that Instagram has warped our collective guitar player, musician comprehension of how music should be. We have 1 minute or less to shred away, and it gives one the impression that music is this technical shred fest, and it must create. I mean, you could hear me just like stuttering because I don't want to say something totally offensive, like Instagram's a pile of I feel much better now. What can happen when you're looking at Instagram all the time is you can get this warped impression about what real passionate music is. And when Antoine and Yeore sent me this record to check out, I was blown away. I was moved. I had my hand over my mouth. Like I couldn't believe it. I really couldn't believe it because it transcends the whole technical thing. It transcends this this critical, I gotta look at it and figure out the scales because just the way I relate to music. I don't relate to music like that. Sometimes I watch music. Wait a second, did I almost say watch music? See what's gone on? Sometimes I listen to music and I'm listening to it from a purely technical perspective, and it really reminds me of being in school, and I think it's one of the things that I try to eradicate from my habitual listening routine, is listening to music from that perspective. Sure, we all have to do our technical work, but to get to the real juice, the real emotion of the matter, it's something that's rare to find. I mean, we're going through this golden age for us guitar players of technical explosion, and everybody's a virtuoso, and that's grand. But I really want to find something that moves me, and Tangram does just that. I really hope I'm pronouncing that right. I should ask them, right? Now, some of you might wonder, what's in it for me to promote somebody else's record? And I would say, what isn't in it for me? The music is what it's all about. And if you do something that you love, and you do it for the right reasons, then what's the loss? There is no loss. There's only gain. So I love this record. I love the feeling behind it. I love the romance that's behind it. When you hear it, you're going to get what I mean. And if you're not a romantic person, well, maybe this is going to turn over a new leaf for you. And you too can experience how music can change you. And if you're already a romantic person and already have a deep capacity to feel, then this record is going to take you places, and you're going to be a better person for having heard it. So, how long did it take to make the record?
So it took about 2 years for the project in itself, and the record took 1 week, 5 days.
Whoa. Okay.
So 2 years of 2 years of preparation, and then 5 days for the record. We started 2 years ago with the duet, because the duet is really the
simple and
the start of the project. And then we had some ideas where we needed more people to play with us, because we couldn't express everything we had in mind. So yeah, So first we tried with drum. First with drum. Yeah.
First with drum. The other guy.
Yeah.
It
didn't work out.
Yeah, it didn't work.
Yeah.
So after we take the time.
Yeah, we found two other guys on bass and drum, and then it worked really well. And then we recorded also with brass section,
trumpet and trombone and saxophone, clarinet
for some of the arrangements.
When you say preparation, I know that there are a lot of people who are huge fans of yours, and that they don't really understand what the word preparation actually entails.
So basically, I would say that during 1 year we had the project in mind, and we knew we wanted to make this album. We didn't know yet exactly which tune and with who, and after 1 year, so 1 year ago, we really decided, okay, we want to play with those people and those tunes, and it started to be really clear. And 1 year after, we were ready to record.
What were the rehearsals like for this?
Well, we rehearsed in Paris because we all lived in Paris. So yeah, just meet and check the tunes and try some new stuff together, and then go home, work, and then come back together and go home and come back together.
Did you find that you had to do many takes during this record, or that?
Not so much.
Not so much. Some of the tunes.
With some of the tune with brass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With brass sometime, but in the overall album, it wasn't so much takes, actually. Yeah.
No.
Some of the tunes we just recorded them like 2-3 takes and done.
Yeah.
Yeore, people who are familiar with Pat Metheny are going to respond in a nostalgic way when they hear the harmonica. The way that you're able, the melodies and the way that you're able to, this sounds cliche, but you do it. You soar above what is happening below. Does that? It's beautiful. Your playing is beautiful. I hear the timbral changes, the inflections. It's complex. You have also a very pure delivery.
Oh, really?
To playing. It's my own thing, because also the meters, all of your triple meter stuff that you're doing, the waltzes and the 6/8. It has a romantic quality to it.
Thank you.
Your the ability to create this sonic bed of harmony, and then Yeore is playing over it. Whoever mixed it and produced it made some amazing decisions. And could you talk about the production of this record?
Yeah, so the guy who recorded and mixed is a good friend of us, and he's a crazy man.
Yeah.
He has an amazing studio, and he's crazy about sound and music and mixing, and he's a really dear friend to us. So this album is also a very human adventure. It's not only musical. It's not only us asking to some people to do some jobs for us. It was really human adventure. All the people who worked with us are really good friends, And Julien Taillefer, his name, mixed this album, and we mixed it together. So we made some choices together, but he's the main guy on this.
The sound is really thick. Is that what you were going for? Is that something that you told him that you wanted?
I mean, we didn't have to tell him because we know him very well, and he knows our sound. He knows our sound, and we just have the same taste, so it just get together very easily.
Yeah.
Would you say you are a romantic guy?
Do you think I'm a romantic guy?
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah?
I can say he's romantic.
Because it comes across in the music. I think it really does. It really comes across in the music in not a cheesy way, in a really nice way that's understated. And again, maybe it's waltzes. No.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. But I think that my feeling about myself, so maybe it's not accurate, but is that maybe I'm romantic, but in a more Bill Evans way. I've been so much influenced by him, and Bill Evans, it can be so romantic, he's playing, but it's everything but cheesy.
Yes.
And I guess I am inspired a lot by this.
And Yeore, was there anything particular that you did in terms of getting your sound? What kind of harmonicas do you use? What do you use a very particular mic that you like?
I used Honor harmonica. So the name is 64X Super. They use the black color, and there's lever chromatic harmonica. I used always this model, so I have 4 and 5 same model harmonica. Yeah.
I think this record is going to get you a lot of gigs.
Okay.
I really do. And what was what did you use for overdrive? The tune that you played that had overdrive on your sound.
Which pedal did you use?
Which pedal?
It's the green one. The
green one.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
Ibanez.
Yeah.
The green one, I don't remember the model, but it's the very classic one. Yeah, Tube Screamer, no?
Yeah.
The classic.
Yes,
Exactly.
yes. We all have this one, right? Antoine, what did you use for your overdrive?
I use analogic pedal by Sound. It's a French brand, and they make pedals, great pedals, and it's all analogic.
You wrote something called The Waltz Only You Can Dance. It's like a bar of 3, a bar of 3, a bar of 5. Is it?
Yeah.
There's the dynamic range. The dynamic range is so huge in that particular song. How did you accomplish recording that and making it so intense and so beautiful at the same time?
Oh.
First, I made melody and the chord change, and after he have an idea about the rhythm, so we.
Yeah, at first it was only waltz, like 3 beats, simple waltz, but it sounded a little bit too simple. We wanted to add something, little more, because the melody is really simple. So yeah, we wanted to add something, and we had this idea about the rhythm, which is 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 3 1. It sounds natural, but not natural. I don't know.
Yeah.
And then after we had also the idea about a horn section that helps to build up.
Because you think it's peaked, like after the crescendo happens, and then right when the first backbeat happens, it's like boof, it's even louder. It was really like, that's when I was thinking this thing was recorded so well. And then to go from that to Mother to the World, which is just a duo. Can you explain something about that song?
I studied about the improvisation. But improvisation is not in the jazz. In France, there is department of improvisation.
Yeah, it's completely free.
It's not free jazz. It's not just. So we taken.
Yeah, we took those lessons of improvisation, and it's really amazing because it's all about working on your listening,
inner peace, and listening.
Yeah, it's a very deep experience. You can come and make noise with a chair, and he will tell you how to make music with this chair and how to be in the listening. So anyway, we had all those experiences, and we just wanted to make an improvisation which is completely free. There is no idea. There is no preparation, nothing. We just sit, make a sound and start, and then all the idea is to try to keep this flow going.
And some of the vocal things that you did there on that one were those long glisses, were like, they were not India, but they were not Asian. It was like you really walked that fine line. I really like that.
Thank you.
Like this.
So it's possible because we really use open mind for all the music in our mind, so we can do what you want.
Yeah, it's those moments you're just free to do everything you want. There is nothing.
Who was in the studio at that time? Just the producer, just the recordist? Was he just?
There was us and the camera guy and the producer, and that's all.
So this whole record was filmed?
Yes.
That's great. I can't wait to see it. After the Storm, how did you come up with the lead line for that and then orchestrate that?
You mean the after the introduction, the melody line?
Yeah.
I came up with this on the guitar. It was just a composition, and then I harmonized it for the horn section. section.
It's very dense. So you decided to do some covers on this record, and you have covers from Paul McCartney, Enrico Morricone, Radiohead, and they don't sound cliché.
Cool.
They don't sound cliché. What made you choose to do covers as opposed to doing an entire record of originals?
We didn't make any, particular choice. It was just about what we love to play and how much it goes together in the record, and then
How do you see this record being played live?
It's gonna happen on June 8th, so we will play this in quartet. This time it will be only quartet. So some of the tune that are with the brass section will play only quartet. Some of the tune we arranged in another way. We just adapt it for the stage.
Will this be broadcasted live?
Yes, you can see it on Facebook Live.
Really? Brilliant. I will be there. What do you want the listener to take away from the experience of hearing your record?
You told me you want to make the music like the film of Miyazaki, or like never boring.
Yeah.
In the music.
Yeah, one of my biggest concern is I hope it's never boring. Never. There is always something happening.
New thing.
There are going to be people who want the music to these, want the lead sheets or the actual. Yeah, that means you're going to have to write out tabs.
Yeah.
You're going to have to write out tabs because you're going to get that. Is there tabs for this? This is going to be released when? This record?
May 28th.
Is there anything that you would like to add about this?
Well, no, just thank you for the interest about the record.
It's really grateful.
Yeah, we are really happy you listened to it and enjoyed it, and yeah.
I really hope that people buy this record, because this thing obviously took a ton of work to do. It really sounds like heartfelt music. I know it's you guys are looking at it probably like, oh God, I'm so glad to get this off the shelf. Now we can go perform this and actually do it for real. For those of us who are searching for new, good music, that transcends this scale or that scale or this particular tempo and all that, this record does it.
Oh, but thank you. It's the best thing we can hear.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. I really appreciate it. It was great to meet you, Yeore, and I'm sure that this record will be met with critical acclaim. So, guys, thanks so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.